They don't necessarily have to be peer-reviewed websites. You won't find a peer-reviewed website, so maybe you find something on the Wall Street Journal about, because some of the stuff that you're gonna be talking about really is not it is not gonna be in a journal article. You had a question?
So this might be a dumb question.
No, there's no dumb question.
Where do you find the census data?
Pardon?
Where do you find census data?
You go to the Commerce Department.
Congress?
Commerce, C-O-M-M-E-R-C-E, Commerce Department, and look up US Census data, or you can just type US Census data into your browser, and you will find tons of it. It's actually sifting through the ones that you need is the most difficult part. You'd be amazed at what they do. Like, I was looking for, my thesis is about survival strategies for IT entrepreneurs beyond a 5-year period, okay? And I was looking for how many IT entrepreneurs there are in the United States. You would think that would be an easy thing to find. No.
What?
Because they don't break it down that way. They break it down into intellectual versus something else, manufacturing. They don't break out all this stuff. So you sort of have to then find other articles that might help you support, you know, that there's, you know, I mean, I was looking for failure rates, okay? And it was hard to find what a common failure rate for IT entrepreneurs, not for all entrepreneurs. You know, I mean, that's like 90%. But IT entrepreneurs, it's not as high because they typically get more investment. So census data is actually trying to figure out what the census data says is actually the most difficult part. Okay. So, but on how, I mean, if you're doing something on public policy stuff, you'll find it more easily, and you'll get more of that data. Okay. Okay. So the question about your I want. Do you mind if I call up your notes?
I guess.
Okay.
I mean, my question is basically like, you told me that I had 2 sentences, obviously from the article note.
Correct.
And you told me that I need like a parenthetical citation for both sentences.
Correct.
But per APA, like if your second sentence is from the same source, I would never do that in a paper, like cite it twice.
The reason is I don't know if it's from the same source or not.
But isn't it like assumed unless you cite something else?
I don't assume anything. I assume that's your word. So if it has no citation on it, I'm assuming that's your writing. Meaning that's your original thought.
But the sentence right before it, well, would you your template, like your template asks us to cite it like at the end, which is weird. Like usually the first time you mention something from a source, you would cite it in that first sentence.
No. I think but that template is a little bit confusing. I agree with you. Okay.
Like in an actual paper, if I were to pull like what I wrote for the article note, I would move the parenthetical citation to the first sentence. That's from that citation, and then
you would then
until I mention another article, I'm not going to cite it.
No, because you're. I'm assuming that what's coming after that is your original thought, not that you're getting the information from that article.
So
I guess can you clarify, because the whole thing we're like paraphrasing or taking bits and pieces from articles and building our like argument.
Okay, so we start with our original thought. Let's go back to the Harvard Business School is the top-ranked school in the nation.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that because Harvard is such a great school. Okay? But I need to back up my assumption.
Right, so you would cite it.
So I cite it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I go on to say, Harvard demonstrates a, blah, 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 is that coming from the census data?
If it is, I wouldn't cite it, but if it's not, I would cite something else.
Right, but maybe it's just something, it's your knowledge. Or No,
So
so,
are you saying that every single sentence in our paper should have a parenthetical citation?
no,
So what, like?
no, because you have, what happens is, let's go back to, I'm sorry, your name again?
Mahaya.
Maya?
Mahaya.
Mahaya, oh, sorry. So let's go back to Mahaya,
Mhm.
read a bunch of articles,
Yeah,
okay? But she's not using them in her paper, but they have developed in her consciousness, right?
sure.
Okay? From reading those articles, she has gathered information, okay? But she is not using that specific information as a means to create the credibility for a statement, okay? But through that absorption of information that coalesces all around us, we have original thought, don't we?
Mhm.
Okay? So, it's only when you are making a statement that is like saying something along the lines of, "46% of lower income families find issue related to the housing market." Okay, I'm gonna cite that. Why am I gonna cite that?
Because you gave a statistic.
I gave a statistic, okay? Right. Now, I might come up with some other assumptions. I might say, I might be writing, when, through my examination, of lower income housing, I hope to determine something. Do I need to cite that?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I probably wouldn't put like I wouldn't put it in first person.
You always put it in first person. Yeah, and that's another issue that people,
Well, I guess what kind of paper are we writing in?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
It would help to clarify what kind of writing you want to see, because
Sure.
in all our classes so far, this is different. than
yeah,
what we've
and
been
okay,
taught.
so there's a mistake here, and I'll explain it to you. So I would not cite this, because this is my original thought of what I want to do, right?
Yeah.
So, and I might come out with another bunch of original thoughts about my perception of the, or my assumptions about the housing market, and this is what I'm going to do to prove it in my paper. I'm going to find